Thanks for joining us. I'm Bridget Shanahan.
I'm Vince Vetrano. Community members testified in the Assembly hearing over the Right to Work bill today. Under Right to Work, private sector workers would not be required to join a union or pay dues as a condition of employment. Opponents suggest it will hurt wages and benefits for middle-class families. Supporters argue it will encourage businesses to come to Wisconsin.
If this bill is as promising for the state as you say, why these seats should be all full of people speaking in favor of it.
It is inexcusable that any American should have money taken out of their paycheck to be given to anything that they don't agree with.
Testimony is scheduled to wrap up at 8 o'clock tonight with a full floor hearing later this week.
A missing UW-Whitewater student is found safe in Chicago. The 23-year-old hadn't been heard from in more than 24 hours. Family began searching for Lisa Helms after getting a phone call from their daughter early Sunday morning. She was lost and stuck in a snowbank near State Fair Park. Later this morning, though, the family got a phone call from a friend saying she was with Lisa at a hotel in Chicago. Hyundai is recalling more than 200,000 of its vehicles. The problem is a power steering defect that increases the risk of a crash. The recall affects the 2008 to 2010 Elantra sedans and the 2009 to 2010 Elantra hatchbacks.
Wisconsin Dells leaders plan to transform that tourist destination over the next decade. Here are some renderings of what they think a new downtown area could look like. It would be restructured as a river arts district. They say they'll have things like free Wi-Fi, skating rinks, a public market.
Fundamentally, it will not change our character or our history. It'll just be an enhanced Wisconsin Dells for you to visit.
City leaders plan to pay for the $40 million project with recent tax increases on hotel rooms.
After a decent weekend, especially Sunday, we woke up to clear sky and some temperatures in the single digits and teens this morning. Plenty of sunshine throughout the day, but clouds will be increasing as we get into the evening and overnight with the next storm system knocking on the door. Still kind of getting its act together out west, but it will bring us a wintry mix late tonight and into the daytime hours tomorrow. Winter weather advisory because of that for Tuesday, 3 a.m. to 6 p.m. for some light snow early, then changing over to sleet and maybe even seeing a little bit of rain late morning into the early afternoon. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, less than an inch across the area. In fact, most of us seeing less than a half inch of accumulation. Not a whole lot going on, but it'll continue to snow throughout the morning hours, and we'll see anywhere from about 1 to 2 inches of snow south of Milwaukee and Waukesha, about 2 to maybe 3 inches of snow in Milwaukee out towards Watertown, and then 3 to 4 maybe isolated 5-inch amounts to the north of Milwaukee and Waukesha. You'll see more snow here, obviously, because the temperatures are colder, or you could see some rain mixing in down along the state line that will keep those totals down just a bit. The temperatures this morning were in the single digits away from the water, teens along the water, and wind chills in the single digits above and below zero. So it looks like outside in Port Washington, what a beautiful blue sky. And in fact, it's not that bad of a day. 26. Normal high right now is 37. Light wind, so when you combine the sun and the light wind, it doesn't feel all that bad, but we're still running at least a good 10 degrees below normal. 27 in West Bend, 28 in Racine, 25 Lake Geneva, and 24 currently in Beaver Dam. As I mentioned, the winds are light, so the wind chills pretty much almost of what the actual temperature feels like, maybe just a couple of degrees cooler than that. High pressure, the reason for the sunshine and the light wind today. That quickly moves out. And for tonight, ahead of that warm front, we'll see that band of snow moving in here sometime after 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Just a dusting to a half inch of snow by the morning commute. Continues to snow, and then by the afternoon, especially maybe even after 11 o'clock in the morning, as the warm front pushes through, we'll see that change over to some sleet and a little bit of light rain, keeping those snow totals down just a bit. Could see once again a little band of light snow working its way in here late tomorrow afternoon as the cold front pushes through. And behind that, we get the gusty northwesterly wind and the dropping temperatures yet again. So the storm timeline from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. less than an inch, possibly just a dusting of snow. Then an additional 1 to 2, maybe an isolated 3-inch amount to the north before noon. And then in the afternoon, sleet and light rain, maybe once again just a little burst of light snow as temperatures are in the mid-30s, and it will be windy. When you wake up Wednesday morning, single digits with wind chills below zero. In fact, it could be as cold as 15 below. If you're looking for some spring, 18 degrees until spring. It starts 5:45 on March 20th. So the forecast for today, 27 degrees, sunny and chilly, but pleasant with the light wind and that sunshine. Then for tonight, the snow moves in after 4 o'clock. We'll pick up about a dusting of snow by the morning commute. And it continues to snow throughout the morning hours, changes over to some sleet and some rain shower activity in the afternoon. 35 degrees, getting colder for Wednesday and Thursday, highs in the teens, below zero Thursday morning, but back into the 30s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.